again, everyone. Hopefully, this time it works and I'm not buffering. If I start buffering, I'm going in there and ripping that Wi-Fi tower out of the wall and throwing it over the freaking hill. I mean, crap. I pay almost $200 a month. Well, it's like $175, but still, it should work right. Cheryl Lynn, Debbie, Cheryl T, Sapphire, Mike, Gabby, good morning, good morning. I don't know what happened with that. I mean, I've got a full Wi Fi signal here. Okay, now I gotta find my live chat all over again. And then we're going to talk about some weirdos. I don't know if this first guy, if you would consider him a weirdo or not. Why is my YouTube not pulling up? There might be something wrong with my laptop. Okay, there it is. Okay, let me go to my channel. It's just not wanting to load. There must be something wrong with the cable today. Okay. See, it's just not wanting to load up. Where did my StreamYards go? Oh my God, are you serious? Where's it at? Okay, there we go, there we go. Well, no, it's gone again. Okay, there we go. Goodness gracious, there's something wrong with my laptop. I'm not sure what's wrong with it this morning, but it's like not wanting to load up. It don't need to be updated or anything. So I'm just going to give it a minute for the YouTube side to pull up. If not, I will only be looking at the StreamYards chat, which is the top chat this morning. Okay, so I'm going to go on into my Discord and get my articles out. Last year, we talked about a man by the name of James Fairbanks, 44 years old, never been in trouble before. He had actually worked in a prison, and he went around talking. I think he worked like at a youth facility, helping the youth. Anyways, he moves into a new neighborhood. He's going to have his 12-year-old son move in with him. So he gets online and checks the sex registry list to see if there's any sex offenders in the neighborhood. And there is. A man by the name of, I think his name is Matteo Condalucci. He was 64 years old. James Fairbanks decides to take a gun with him when he goes to talk to this Condalucci guy. And he says he observes Condalucci washing his car without any soap or water because he's just pretending to wash his car while he's got his eye on some kids. Now, this is a registered sex offender, and he's got a little play set out in his backyard. Well, the conversation went terribly wrong, and James Fairbanks ends up killing Mr. Condalucci. And he says that he does not regret doing it. And he's going to be sentenced here shortly, and he's facing like 20 years in prison. Now, a lot of people have defended this man because he killed a sex offender. But you can't take the law into your own hands. The only way you can do things like that is someone's trying to harm you, you know. You just can't walk over to somebody's house and shoot them because they're on the sex registry. Oh, crap. Let me mute myself. Okay. It finally let me pull up my live chat. Now, let me see if it'll let me pull up my article so I can share this picture. Microsoft Edge has been really not working right. Okay, let me just go to Chrome Online instead of trying to get in my Discord. I don't know what's wrong with this damn laptop. Okay, here we go. It's not wanting to load, guys. Okay, we got it. I'm getting excited. Okay, here we go. I'm getting excited because my damn shit's not working. And y'all know what? I'm still pissed off over that troll that come in the chat yesterday and asked us if we was ready to be sexually assaulted. I know it was just a troll. But that really, really bothered me. Yeah, and if I got mad and I couldn't think straight. Or I'd told that son of a bitch, I didn't know how it feels to be done that way, you sorry son of a bitch. Okay. We got a close friend that actually got in a fight with his neighbor who is a sex offender, and guess what? Mark's friend got cuffed and stuffed for it. They had a dispute. That guy had come down in his granny's yard and spin it up, and they got in an argument. Jason ended up beating his ass, and he got in trouble for it. Thank God he didn't hurt that guy bad. I don't regret what I did. Neighbor faces 20 years for killing sex offender he claimed was eyeing children. And there's James Fairbanks. You know, I hate this for his son. But here's the thing. Mr. Condo Lucy's daughter is applauding James Fairbanks for killing her father. She says her father was a monster. Look at that freaking mustache. Okay, on Thursday, a Nebraska man accepted a plea deal in last year's death of his neighbor who was a sex offender convicted of abusing 2 children. James Fairbanks, 44, pleaded no contest to second-degree murder in the May 2020 shooting death of Mateo Condalucci, 64. Fairbanks and his attorney previously planned to present a self-defense case, claiming a 300-pound Condalucci had charged at Fairbanks after Fairbanks told him to stay away from the children, according to the Omaha World Herald. Fairbanks reportedly learned of Condalucci's sex offender status while researching homes to purchase or rent in the neighborhood. KETV reported that Fairbanks' 12-year-old son was going to live with him, prompting the father to search the sex offender registry. Fairbanks reportedly went to the home and told Condalucci that he had children and he was moving into the neighborhood. He claimed he then told Condalucci that he better stay away from the neighborhood children. He did not go over there with the intent to kill Condalucci, Fairbanks' attorney said per the news outlet. He went there only with the intent to warn him. Okay, if that's true, why did he take a gun with him? Was he afraid the conversation was going to go bad or what? Condalucci's body was found 2 days after the shooting. While authorities investigated the circumstances surrounding his death, James Fairbanks allegedly turned himself in and confessed after sending multiple outlets an email detailing why he killed the convicted sex offender. Condalucci was convicted of attempted lewd or lascivious, I can't say that word, assault upon a child in 1994 in Florida, and sexually assaulting a teen girl in Nebraska in 2007. In the Nebraska case, Condalucci spent 2.5 years in jail. The victim in the Florida case reportedly died of a drug overdose in 2017. The man's mother told KETV that she attributed his substance abuse issues to the sexual trauma he endured as a child. Oh, I guarantee that's why he became a drug addict. And it wouldn't surprise me if he OD'd himself on purpose. I'm telling you, sexual abuse is hard to live with. I've lived with it. I've learned to deal with it. But some people, they can't overcome it. They can't get past it. If you can get past something like that. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. In the deceased man's case, Condalucci accepted a plea deal and served 4 years probation. So he served 4 years probation for the Florida case. And he destroyed this young man's life. And this young man ended up dying because of it. He turned to drugs because of it. Okay, the man's mother explained that prosecutors offered the deal because they believed it would be difficult to convict Condalucci. Speaking to the news outlet, Fairbanks recalled being a child and walking in on someone close to him being sexually assaulted. He also claimed that he has seen how sexual trauma affects children due to his prior work in correctional facilities and group homes. Man, he should have took this to trial because him witnessing a sexual assault as he was a child probably has a lot to do with why he shot this sex predator, in my opinion. Okay, Fairbanks alleged that days before the shooting, he caught Condalucci eyeing children in a driveway as he pretended to wash his car without soap or water. He also claimed there was a playset in his backyard. Fairbanks said the ordeal made him fearful that the registered sex offender would strike again, but he admitted he never called the police. The World Herald has publicized photos that appear to support James Fairbanks' claims that Condoleezza had a child's playset in his backyard. See, when you're a registered sex offender, you can't put out anything that entices children, such as playsets, Halloween decorations. You're not supposed to have stuff like that if you're a sex offender. Okay. Fairbanks said he thought of Condoleezza victimizing another child, compounded with the realization that Condoleezza had a playset in his backyard, led him to the registered sex offender's home with a gun in tow. Do you reckon that when he witnessed someone being sexually assaulted when he was young, that it gave him PTSD or something? I don't know. Fairbanks, who had no prior criminal history, received an outpouring of support following his arrest. One of his supporters was Condoleezza's daughter, who told the World Herald that her father's killer deserves probation. Fairbanks' sentencing hearing is scheduled for July 14th. He faces 21 years to life in prison. Now, I'm going to look at my chat. Hopefully I'm not buffering. I want to know what you guys think about this. What is your opinion about this? Poor James. Damn, why did he have to go over there and do that? Why couldn't he just call the police? I'm telling you, James is probably right. He seems like he's very observant person, just like I am. And he probably did observe this guy eyeballing these kids. And it probably disgusted him. And in his mind, he could just see, hey, this weirdo is going to get one of these kids, I'm afraid. And he went over and shot him. He should be given a Medal of Honor. Well, here is the thing, guys. Y'all know I hate sex offenders. They shouldn't live among us. But you just can't go over to somebody's house and shoot them. Just because they're... But, like, I get it. Like, I don't know. I'm just conflicted. Like, do I feel bad that James shot this man? No, not really. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. No, not really. Do I think you can just go around killing people? No. That's why we have a criminal justice system. But on the other hand, I feel for Mr. Fairbanks. I mean, when you got the so-called victim that was shot and killed's daughter supporting the suspect, the alleged killer, that right there says a lot. A whole lot. While I understand his anger, but you don't go with the gun if you don't intend to use. See, Cheryl T, that's what I'm thinking too. That's what I'm thinking too. Mike, agree with you, Cece, 100%. What is that change.org? He's a registered sex offender living in unsupervised near children. Someone has got to do something. The law wasn't doing anything, in my opinion. I get where you're coming from, Sapphire. And see, when you have been traumatized and witnessed something like that, I guess you tend to overreact, especially if you got, a PTSD or something. I think he had some sort of PTSD, and he knew this man was a sex offender, and he saw him out there acting like he's washing his car, eyeing them kids on top of with that playset, and it triggered James Fairbanks some way. That's what I think. Yes, he does have to pay in some way. Sadly, the law just can't let him go. Exactly, Cheryl, because he took a life. You just can't go kill someone because they are a sex offender. Now, if you was to catch a sex offender doing something to a child, you may get away with murder then. I mean, I'd be cuffed and stuffed if I came upon something like that, because I would snap. I wouldn't be able to control myself if I witnessed someone harming a child in any way. I get what happened. What makes me sad is this boy will grow up without his dad now. The dad is going to miss everything. I wish he would have just called the cops. Michelle P., I was thinking the exact same thing last night when I was reading this before bed. I was thinking now his 12-year-old son is not going to ever be able to live with him. He will probably be a grown man by the time that Mr. Fairbanks gets out of prison. And I tell you what, I have watched some interviews with him, and he seems like he was a good person. Like he had a good heart, but he also seemed like there was a little something not right with him. because a normal person just don't walk over to someone's house and with a gun, and when you're just intending to talk to them and then shoot them. You know, the body is not found for 2 days. Then he goes and turns himself into police, and then he does news interviews with everybody admitting that he killed Mr. Condoleezza because he was a sex predator. So my heart goes out to Mr. Fairbanks' 12-year-old little boy, probably 13 now. And my heart goes out to the mother in Florida whose son overdosed. And because he was sexually assaulted by Mr. Condoleezza, and he didn't get any freaking punishment for it. Some freaking probation. Her son's gone forever. And my heart goes out to his other victims as well. So Mr. Condoleezza had a thing for little boys and little girls, it appears. Okay, well, I'm going to say prayers for Mr. Fairbanks because I feel bad for him. I'm not going to lie. I feel bad for him, even though what he did was, I know that it was wrong. You cannot handle things like that. I mean, I was on the sex registry thing the other day. You know how it'll pop up the map in your area and it shows red dots everywhere? There was a red dot in my holler, y'all. Now what? What if I went up to that house with the gun and said, hey, I saw you on the sex registry and I live down here with my 14-year-old son, and just shot him? See, you can't do that. You just can't do that. Uh-oh, Marcus is leaving. I wonder where he's going. That's all right. Better be going fishing. Okay, so up next, what did I have next? Oh, the weirdo doctor. Now, this is in Washington State, and I'm hoping that 411 Now's channel does a video on this, because he is so good at videos. Now, this doctor was on the dark web. He was wanting somebody to kidnap his estranged wife for 7 days and inject her. So, trigger warning, y'all. Anybody, this may trigger somebody because I'm going to be talking about injecting heroin. Okay, so he wanted her kidnapped and injected with heroin. He wanted her kidnapped for 7 days. And he wanted the kidnappers to tell her that she had to do certain things. She had to go back to her husband. She had to stop the divorce proceedings. And she could go home. If not, they were going to get her son addicted to drugs. They were going to kill her kids. Or get her kids on drugs. I can't remember. And they were going to slaughter her dog. Let me share this. Let me see what his name is. Dr. Ronald Craig Ilg. It's I-L-G. I had my laptop reading me the article this morning, and it pronounced it Ilg. It's a weird name. Not a bad-looking man. Probably a freaking prick. So he went to school almost all his life to become a doctor and make something out of himself, and then he goes and just pisses it all away because he probably don't want to pay alimony, child support. Okay, I want her kidnapped for 7 days, injected with heroin twice a day. Doctor uses dark web to plot wife's kidnapping. A Washington doctor is behind bars after police say he reached out to hitman on the dark web. The spokesman review reports that Dr. Ronald Craig Ilg has been charged with federal attempted kidnapping after investigators got a tip about a scheme to kidnap the suspect's wife. According to authorities, the request was made on the dark web, which has been connected to illegal activities carried out under a collection of secret internet sites. A woman who received the tip-off told investigators that Dr. Ilg wanted someone to kidnap his wife while he was away in Mexico. The doctor also allegedly wanted his wife injected with heroin for a week. I need a rush job for next week. I need the target kidnapped for 5 to 7 days. While being held, she is given at least daily doses of heroin. She is also strongly persuaded to do a few things within 2 weeks, the doctor allegedly wrote under the screen name Scar 215. Number 1, this is what he wanted her to do, stop all court proceedings. 2. Return to your husband and the chaos you created. 3. Tell absolutely no one about this. Also, the team should plant heroin and used needles with her DNA inside. After about 7 days, she is returned home. Dr. Ilg allegedly sent another message later, stating that his wife should be told that her family and children would be in danger if she didn't follow the rules. She should be told that her family's health, including her father and kids, depend on her completing these rules. It would be unfortunate if her older boy became addicted to heroin, or her dad to be severely beaten, or her dog be slaughtered, and all persuasion should be used. When Dr. Ilg and his girlfriend he traveled with returned from Mexico, federal investigators questioned him. The doctor initially denied the allegations. On Sunday, however, investigators found evidence inside the doc's home that reportedly connected him to the crime, with the intent of having his wife drop court proceedings against him. So he goes on vacation to Mexico with a girlfriend, but yet he wants his wife kidnapped and drugged and, made returned to him. Stop the divorce proceedings. That don't even make sense. Okay, later the doctor told authorities he used a track phone to contact a hitman on the dark web, but claimed that the phone was tossed into a swimming pool in Mexico by the girlfriend after she suspected the doc of using the phone to talk to other women. He's a married man, lady. According to the criminal complaint, the doc's wife told investigators that she had been married to him for around 5 years, and they have a young child together. The relationship reportedly went sour when Ilg invited another woman into their relationship, the same woman who went to Mexico with him. Oh my God, they're swingers. The doctor's relationship with the other woman made the doc's wife extremely uncomfortable. In turn, she filed for divorce. Honey, as soon as he said that to me, my ass would have been kicking rocks. On April 13th, authorities received a call from the doc's household about an assault. An arrest report indicated that the suspect attempted to kill himself. Coward. When deputies arrived at the home, they found the doctor with a black eye lying unconscious on the kitchen floor. Deputies also noted there were approximately 46 missing pills of Xanax. The doc allegedly left a note behind for his girlfriend that investigators found. I love you with everything I have. I'm sorry. Remember the good. I loved no other more than you, the note read. The doc also reportedly left a note for his wife stating that he destroyed her big heart. Yeah, she's probably a good woman. During the investigation into the wife's alleged attempted kidnapping, investigators uncovered evidence on the doc's locked safe that contained the username Scar215 and his password. Investigators used the information to log onto the dark web and discovered that the doc tried to have a co-worker physically harmed in February. The target should be given a significant beating that is obvious. It should injure both hands significantly or break the hands. There must have been a surgeon he was after because a surgeon's hands, they're delicate. They got to be careful with them. Although the deed was never carried out, the doc allegedly planned to put around $2,000 into an escrow account for the hitman. It's unclear why the doc allegedly wanted a co-worker harmed. Probably jealous of him. That co-worker probably knowed what a bad person Dr. Ilg is. His name's hard to pronounce for me. Ilg ultimately revealed that he tried to hire someone to kidnap his wife as a way of committing suicide. He said he hoped that his assets would transfer to his girlfriend and not his wife. He remains behind bars at the Spokane County Jail. Let's look at Dr. Ilg. I guess that's how you say it. That's how my laptop pronounced it, Ilg. Why not just get a divorce? He was trying to make her come back into that relationship. He was going to make her come back into... Hey, Robbie, how are you, sweetie? He was going to make her come back into that relationship and still have his weirdo girlfriend. And what kind of woman would go into a hold on, Chloe, would go into a relationship with the man that's got a wife? Hold on, come here, baby. Come on, sweetie. Y'all may hear some grunts. I got my Yorkie here. So good to see you, Robbie. I can't help but laugh at him. I know he's a complete weirdo. I mean, what an idiot. You store your password and screen name that you're using on the dark web in a safe. And you just reach out to total strangers and say, hey, I want someone to kidnap my wife, inject her with heroin twice a day. What really stuck out to me, and he said, it would be a shame if her oldest boy got addicted to heroin. Ain't that awful? And you know what? That son of a bitch probably would have done it. Sick mofo. Now, his life, he has ruined his life. Traumatized this poor woman. I hope she ends up with every freaking dime that son of a bitch has got. I hope she takes him to the freaking cleaner. And I'd say she will. His ass is going to prison. More than likely. He may get out of this on a technicality, but I seriously doubt it. Identical twins separated at birth find each other. Oh gosh, there's a cute little article here. I'll read it later though. It's talking about identical twins separated at birth finally found themselves, or found each other. Okay, what next? What next? Oh yeah, the crazy cop. I've been following this story. I started talking about it yesterday or the day before when they were doing that manhunt for Stephen Broderick. Uh-oh, it's playing an article on, or video somewhere. Okay, hold on. Hold on one sec. I hate when I click on an article and it's playing something. So, former deputy faces capital murder charges. He killed his ex-wife's stepdaughter and stepdaughter's boyfriend. His own child was in the home, but he did not harm his child. Now, this deputy had been fired last year because he sexually assaulted a young girl. After he was charged with this, his wife filed for divorce. And his life just went to hell in a handbasket. I mean, he went from getting awards to being just a freaking weirdo. Freaking convict. Hey, there's good convicts in the world. But when I say convict, I mean like the weirdo convicts. Oh, Chloe, please don't start. Okay, let's play this. Let me go back. I'm going to play this in
Willie Simmons III. Alyssa Broderick used to be an Elgin ISD student and played on the basketball. Now the three victims are Alyssa Broderick, Amanda Broderick, and Willie Simmons III. Alyssa Broderick used to be an Elgin ISD student and played on the basketball team. Her mom was Amanda Broderick. Willie Simmons III was a senior at Elgin High School. He was looking forward to playing football for the University of North Texas. Now we're told that it has been a devastating couple of days for their friends and family.
Still right now, I'm so numb. That's been my best friend since I moved here.
It's never gonna make sense to us. It's unreal.
I literally have no more tears to cry.
Alyssa was my teammate. A little freshman came on when I was a senior. And Willie was like my little brother.
How would you describe Willie in one word?
Athletic.
Electric.
That's the best part of Willie. And oh my goodness, Alyssa, a bugaboo, funny.
Her mom was very supportive. She was at every one of Alyssa's games, never missed a game.
And losing Alyssa, we were also real close. I mean, we all stayed in the same neighborhood. We grew up together. It's just like losing your whole heart and you don't even have any place for love anymore because he's gone.
Guys, give me 1 second. My dog is coughing real bad. Just 1 second.
Often we see patients who have been struggling with
1 second, guys. Let me get her unchoked. I just gave some medicine. I am so sorry about that, guys, but my Yorkie has congestive heart failure. She didn't have a fluid pill this morning. That's where Mark went. I just saw a text from him. Anyway, she gets to coughing like that, and I had to run while that video was playing and get her some cough medicine. My apologies, but you know, my little doggies come first. Okay, let me get back to this article. Chloe's still in there coughing. Okay. Screen share. Beautiful family. Now, there's a little child that's left without their family. Their mom and their sister is dead. And I believe it's a little boy they shared together. Let me get... Crap, my mouse is not working. I'm having like the worst morning with things working, guys. My mouse quit working. It's got new batteries. Brand new mouse. Okay, update. Former deputy faces capital murder charges for killing his ex-wife, stepdaughter's boyfriend. I believe this happened on Sunday. 41-year-old Stephen Broderick was taken into custody early Monday in Manor, about 15 miles north of Austin. I believe it said it was about 20 miles away. He was found just before sunrise walking down a rural road and with a loaded pistol in his waistband. Authorities identified the victim of Sunday's shooting as Amanda Broderick, 34, Alyssa Marie Broderick, 17, and Willie Smith III, 18. Police said the bodies were found near two vehicles involved in a crash at the apartment complex where the Brodericks were meeting for a scheduled visit with their son. Police said the son was not harmed. Stephen Broderick was being held without bail at the Travis County Jail on capital murder charges. Broderick resigned from the Travis County Sheriff's Office last summer after he was arrested and charged with sexual assault of a child. Amanda Broderick filed for divorce shortly after the arrest, and court records show a protective order was issued on behalf of her and her two children. ABC 13 said that the order required Broderick to surrender his firearms and wear an ankle monitor. It's unclear if he was wearing the monitor on Sunday or where he got the weapon he used in Sunday's shooting. I'm truly heartbroken that a former Travis County Sheriff's Office deputy is the suspect in such a horrific incident, Travis County Sheriff Sally Hernandez said. Ooh, cool, a female sheriff. Austin police have not commented on a possible motive for the shooting. Well, I can tell you the motive for it. His life was going down the drain solely because of his doing, and it seems like he blamed his wife for it. Because after he was accused of this sexual assault, and DNA did link him to that sexual assault because the girl went to the hospital right after it happened. But anyways, she left him and filed for divorce. And this was an abusive relationship anyways. There was a lot of crazy things that went on inside that house, according to the teenage daughter and some of the court documents I was reading about this morning. A lot of violence that went on. Now, they had a supervised meeting, and she was just going to meet him to let him see his son, and he guns her down and her daughter's boyfriend. Look at those two young kids. I bet they were in love. Good-looking couple. Beautiful, beautiful woman here. Prayers for the family. Now, Stephen Broderick must have adopted his stepdaughter because her name is the same as, last name is the same as his and her mom's, Broderick. So, prayers for Willie Sims III's family. That's the 18-year-old. And prayers for Amanda and Alyssa's family. That little boy, I bet you, my bottom dollar, that little boy witnessed his daddy gun them down. He had to. I mean, he had to have been there because it was a supervised, scheduled meeting. Anyways, prayers for that. It happened in Texas. Where is the, I think it happened in Travis County, Remy. Travis County, Texas. Pretty sure. Let me see. Let me look at my back of my notes. I've got a bunch of notes. I always take notes and I really never use them. Yeah, Travis County. He was just 41. Amanda, his estranged wife, is 34. Lissa, 17. Willie Simmons, the third, 18. And I think he had a promising career, like football, basketball, or something. It's so sad. Hey, Maggie, I have been worried about you. I'm glad to see you in the chat. I was getting ready to... I saw Maggie's message on my StreamYards. I'm probably behind. But anyways, I was getting ready to message you in Discord today and check on you. I've had you on my mind. Anyways, I'm sorry. I don't blame the guy for the murder of a sex offender. Hey, Remy, that's your opinion. I respect your opinion. I see where you're coming from. Like, do I feel bad that he done this and that guy died? No, I don't. I'm being honest. No, I don't. It happened in Round Rock. Is that it? Okay. Thank you, Cheryl T. I just knew it was Travis County. No, he was not wearing his monitor because the judge said that he wore it for 180 days without incident, so didn't have to wear it anymore. Wasn't he out like on a $50,000 bond for that sexual assault? I watched a video of him take him into custody. He didn't even look like the same guy. I mean, you could tell it was his face. He's got a very distinctive face. But he didn't even look like the same guy that used to be a deputy. He was a good-looking man when he was a sheriff's deputy. I seen him in uniform getting out an award. Hey, Melanie. You're late, girl. But anywho, prayers for everyone that's been affected by that. So I got one more thing to share with y'all. And it's a good thing. It's good. Let me just find it. It's a little heartwarming story. Now, I saw a little 8-year-old girl was found in a trash bag dead in the back of her grandmother's car. I was going to talk about that this morning, but I decided not to because I knew it would ruin my day. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. Okay, where is that pause thing? Oh, right here it is. Daily pause. So this dog was lost for 4 years. And he just found his owner again. Because the owner was smart enough to microchip him. We're going to watch the video. I love this Daily Pause. It's on MSN. You can follow Daily Pause on Facebook too, guys. Okay. Watch Sam the dog reunite with owner after going missing for 4 years. It's a tale as old as time. Dog runs away. Dog is missing for years and years. Dog was microchipped and everyone ends up living happily ever after. Look at that face. Ooh, his teeth's looking good. Okay. Microchips work, people, and we here at the Daily Pause love them. Doesn't matter how far your pet wanders or how long they've been missing. If your dog or cat is microchipped, they stand a much better chance of returning home. That's the case here, as Sam, who appears to be some sort of lab mix, was reunited with his family last week, 4 years after he first went missing, originally disappearing from Georgia. The very good boy was picked up by cops in Cleveland. It's anyone's guess how he got there, and taken to a shelter where he was scanned and his microchip. There he was able to reunite with his human who drove some 8 hours up from Tennessee to get him. Oh, okay, we're going to watch it. Let's see if we can go. Has it got a place to go full screen? Oh, it froze on me. Damn. I'm going to have to restart my laptop or something. See if we can get full screen. Oh, it.
Hey, buddy. Sam.
He's excited. He recognizes them now.
Oh, you got big, dude. I remember him so tiny. That's awesome. Awesome story.
I'd say he ended up in Cleveland because some human took him there. Isn't that sweet, guys? Daddy's good looking, y'all. Hey, that owner's damn good looking. Is he single? I'm just kidding. Y'all want to see a good story? If you ever want to laugh, find a video of a beagle or a hound dog and them being reunited with their owner. Oh my gosh, they go ballistic. Y'all hear how my beagle does when Mark starts pulling in. She starts a howling and a barking. I'm like a baby. Oh, me too, Sapphire. Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it? Yeah, I got to get back in the habit of finding us a good story to end our streams. I did it for a long time, and then I took that Newsbreak app off my phone. That's where I got out those. But now I've discovered the Daily Pause. And if y'all want to find Daily Pause, they're on Facebook. You can search for them. You'll find them real easy. The military reunions with pets and soldiers. Oh, yes, those are great. But, oh my gosh, when you reunite a hound dog with their owner, they go ballistic. They start howling. Because beagles and hound dogs, they are very vocal. Like Skylar, she talks all the time. When she wants something, you'll be hearing her. That's the way she does. Anyways, well, y'all, I'm going to get off here. I've got a lot to do. I'm going to try to go there and catch my chicken and get her tail cleaned up. I don't know why her tail is like that behind. The rest of the hens are not like that. It's in pretty bad shape. I was looking at it this morning. It looks like it's balled up on her vent. So I'm going to wait for Mark to get back and catch her and get her cleaned up. Hopefully, I will feel like doing a chat later on the porch. I'll try to do one and be on camera. I may not be on camera because I don't know if I'll have time to do my makeup and stuff today. After I catch my hen, I'll have to go straight and take a shower. But anyways, we'll see how it goes. If I decide to do a stream, I will post it in Discord about an hour before I go live, and I'll make a community post for everybody. But anyways, everyone have a great day. Please remember Miss Maggie in your prayers, and never lose hope. Her brother-in-law, he's about to die, y'all. He's been in bad shape for a really long time. And bless her heart, she's got to help take care of her mom and help her sister with the brother-in-law. And then she's had her dog had cancer removed from his mouth. So y'all remember her. And Tracy, she goes by Evil Tracy here on YouTube. Remember her in your prayers. Always love and booze love. Anyways, I will probably see y'all later. Have a great day. Thanks for chatting with me and being so kind and respectful. I really appreciate it. Y'all are some awesome people. Anyways, be safe, be kind, peace. If anyone needs me, just DM me.